What do you do when the biggest single investment you make in your life is slipping away? You sell. And as we reported earlier in the program, across the United States, that's just what Americans are doing, selling their homes whether they want to or not. So if you're selling, there's who's going to be doing the buying. The answer may surprise you, as the CBC's Sasha Petrusik found out when he traveled to Arizona. We are. Here's his report on the Arizona land rush.
There's a good one.
On the outskirts of Phoenix, the name of this suburb says it all. Surprise, Arizona.
Another one. If it isn't, it's going to be.
Bank sales, foreclosures, lender-owned properties, 2 and 3 at a time.
Another one. See the sign on the window?
Real estate agent Mark Diedzik, a transplanted Torontonian, spots them a block away. The eviction notice on the doorstep is a dead giveaway.
Hello? Oh, yeah. We could take our pick along here.
In many cases, prices here have tumbled to half of what they were just a year ago.
Oh, if I could buy 10 here, I would.
Canadians can finally afford to have their place in the sun.
But how can you resist? I mean, you have a situation that's so unique that we haven't seen in I don't know how, I don't remember in my lifetime, where you have property values here plummeted and the dollar at parity. I mean, how can you go wrong?
Of course, things here did go spectacularly wrong. Take this house, for instance, dropping month by month.
And now we're at 150.
From the high of?
273.
273,000. Inside, Calgarians Wayne and Maria Warnock find 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and the hot, stale atmosphere of a family home left to the bank long ago, powerless.
It's a shame these places just empty for so long.
The kind of thing Canadian bargain hunters might want?
Need some love.
Maybe.
120,000, it's all yours.
Do you think it would sell for that, Mark?
Yeah,
It would go
maybe
for
less.
this one.
I'd go in at 110 or 100 on this. Why not?
That's crazy.
Why would you bother going any higher?
Arizona may seem like just a desert, but when it comes to real estate, it really feels more like the Wild West. Anything goes. Canadians arrive by the planeful in search of a bonanza, and they have good reason to expect it. Many here got caught in a web of easy loans, interest rates that were temporarily deceptively low, and housing prices that were unrealistically high. The number of mortgages in delinquency in this state has almost doubled since the end of 2006. And by the time the crisis is over, this label, the dreaded F word, is expected to hang on more than 52,000 homes.
People got greedy here. Everybody was taking out 100% loans, refinancing their properties to very high amounts, high limits, and there's quite a window of opportunity here. I would say, you know, most of the experts are predicting 2 years.
Cindy and John Steep are about to take that opportunity. They're from southern Ontario, the only potential buyers for this townhouse in a development that used to be out of reach. Now they have the upper hand.
Certainly not people that are desperate to be finding a place. I mean, we really like the area, and if we see the right opportunity, then we'll take it. We're not interested in becoming land barons. That's not the point.
And the garage too.
The place itself needs some work, but the warm climate and the sunny scenery are a huge draw.
So are you okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you?
10.
They are ready to play hardball.
So are you putting an offer in this one?
We have.
You have?
Yep.
We're negotiating.
Yep.
It's maybe a little hardball. It's reality.
The place is listed at just short of $400,000. The Steep's first offer of $325 was rejected. Now they're about to offer only slightly more. The message to the increasingly desperate sellers:
There's other opportunities, there's other properties, there's other bank-owned and other foreclosures right in the immediate area, and that if they wait too long, the other ones are going to bring their value down. So take it now, or maybe take even less later.
Like the Phoenix papers say, the latest fad really is hunting for those foreclosure deals, and no one seems keener than snowbirds. Still, for Canadians, buying a house in the U.S. can be a challenge, no matter how tempting the price. Getting a mortgage here is more complicated and riskier, too. What happens if the value of the Canadian dollar drops? Your debt is still in U.S. dollars. Next door in California, there are extra rules and regulations for foreigners buying property. And in Florida, there are extra taxes. In some cases, big taxes. Do your homework.
Give me 1 minute here.
Then there's the emotional jolt. Past the security codes and the double gates, down the path with the careful landscaping, Maria and Wayne Warnock arrived to look at their next listing.
Oh, trustee sale. Oh, it's going to auction.
The foreclosure notice has just been posted on the door.
You know, here's the guy's name that, you know, he hasn't paid since such and such a date.
When that happens here, nothing is private anymore.
And it tells you his name, it tells you he's a married man, it tells you that he owns the property. I don't know. Kind of hard to get a good feel for a place, hey?
From every corner, the reality of this situation suddenly hits home.
I don't know. I feel creepy. It's like, ooh, this is somebody else's life. It should have been somebody else's life. And now we're kind of coming in and having a look to see if we want to take advantage of their misfortune. Creepy.
One such story among thousands in the Phoenix area alone.
Feels weird.
It can be hard to look past the broken dreams.
However, I have my own dreams, and it's sort of an opportunity for myself and my family. Well.
You don't have to go far to see the other side of that picture, the turmoil behind all this opportunity.
I got it.
After 4 years, Lorena Villalobos is moving out of her house in Johnson Ranch, another Phoenix suburb. Packing up her life one piece at a time because she can no longer afford to make mortgage payments. As she heads off to live with friends, she puts on a brave face.
Besides, we're Americans, right? We'll survive, right?
Villalobos is part of the second wave of this mortgage crisis. She wasn't pushed out because she borrowed too much. She actually rejected persistent offers from banks to give her huge credit. She was sideswiped when everyone else's borrowing derailed the economy and killed her job. Just a few months ago, she never expected this. What did you think your future was like at that point?
Bright and shiny. You know, my credit was, like I said, it's impeccable. My job was secure, I thought. And I had no issues about the house. I mean, I wasn't concerned about it at all. So this was a shocker.
Now she joins dozens of her neighbors who have moved out or are about to, leaving rows of signs for sale, fewer and fewer signs of life. This woman is helping pack up her parents' house.
So they've pretty much decided that if they can't make the payments, they'll walk away from it.
Yeah.
During the boom, they borrowed against their home's rising value. Then they just gave up. The way they see it,
they're not really losing because they took money, they bought a new car and stuff, paid some debts off, so it's like even, they're like basically for free.
Except, of course, it's not free. The U.S. economy and people like Lorena Villalobos end up paying the price.